the founder and CEO of Iuezit, Inc., Mr. Yogi Patel.
I'm glad you said the latter because presentation's gonna suck. So counting on.
Well, we reserve the right to change that.
Yeah. Now Michael's gonna kill me. Good evening. My name is Yogi Patel. This was elementary school. Some kid would raise a hand and say, "Like the bear," and I'd have to say yes, and then you hear someone else say, "Hey, boo-boo," and then I heard that for about 20 years after that, since first grade. Anyway, so I'm here to talk about, well, like everyone else, the next big thing. So a quick story. Last year, my laptop started having issues. I had white spots on the screen. The mouse wouldn't work sometimes. And I had warranty with SquareTrade, so I sent it in. They couldn't fix it. They sent me a check for $1,600, and I was unexpectedly in the market for a new laptop. So, I was asking questions to myself. Do I consider switching brands? Do I consider a different product line? Are there new technologies that are out for me to consider these days? And then I wanted to know what people were saying, right? What are consumers saying? What are the experts recommending? What are my friends saying? But there wasn't really an easy way to do that. So after countless hours of research, I finally bought a laptop. It turns out the laptop had some issues, and not relevant here. Well, it would be relevant, but not when Mike only gives you 5 minutes to pitch. E-commerce, right? A gazillion-dollar industry. I love looking at every pitch deck where everyone has to talk about a trillions-dollar industry that they're a part of. Today we'll focus on electronics. Just in 2015, $57.6 billion spent on electronics online. So obviously there's a whole lot of online shopping going on these days, and it only increases every year. One word, Amazon, right? One-click shopping. This isn't news to anyone, but you can see here Amazon, Google. For the most part, that's where the journey starts for people. So reviews, right? That's the name of the game today. You have corporations like Yelp, Angie's List, who are built off of this concept of product reviews, business reviews, etc. When you're, there's not a shortage of opinions when you go on the internet, and you have consumer reviews, expert reviews. Sometimes people are worried about fake reviews. You have short reviews, long reviews. You have funny reviews. I don't know how many of you have seen the banana slicer on Amazon. If you haven't, you should go. That's the first thing you should do when you go home tonight. I promise it'll be the best entertainment you had in a long time. So the problem today is that there's just way too much information out there, and it exponentially increases day by day, week by week. There's countless sites that you can go to when you're shopping, hundreds of reviews, so much variance in quality of information, and the biggest thing is that most of that information is about people that you don't know. So we've seen in the travel industry, consumers at some point got tired of going 15 different airline sites, 20 different hotel sites to try to do a transaction, figure out which airline ticket to buy, which hotel to stay at. Hence you have websites like Kayak, Trivago, Expedia, Priceline, who sort of make this whole experience easier for people. So Iuezit is born. So what is Iuezit? Iuezit brings together product ratings information, reviews from consumers, experts, friends, all across the web, the top sites that you're already going to, all into one place. Basically, no one else is wanting to do the dirty work, the grunt work, like people are in some of these industries. And so what we're doing is there's 3 major audiences people turn to. You can see if you're consumers, experts, and friends, and we're bringing them all into one place. And what else is Iuezit doing? So we're personalizing the experience based on you, the user, based on what you're looking for, based on your needs, and sort of catering to each individual, where Iuezit eventually becomes a place where you can start your research, you can learn the market, you can read reviews, you can even see pricing, and sort of treat it like a one-stop shopping experience like we think of Kayak and Trivago today. So, when you're looking for, when the iPhone 7 comes out and you're trying to read up on it, or you're trying to figure out whether to buy a smartwatch or not, you have 2 options these days. You can go on the internet, you can start on Google, go through 15, 20 different sites, read hundreds of reviews, try to figure out what the best informed decision is for you, or you can go to a site like Iuezit, where you can do all of that in one place. So, do we have a plan to grow? Yes. If you have questions about that, we can address that in the questions Q&A. Do we have a plan to grow our company as a technology, as an innovative technology company? Yes, we do. You can ask more questions about that. Do we have a plan to make money? Yes, we do. Some of our basics, affiliate commission, targeted advertising. You can ask more questions about that. Will we make $1.2 million next year? Maybe. I don't, maybe. I don't know if we will or not. But will we be worth, billions of dollars one day? Hell yeah, we will. Do we have... Thank you.
How far along is the platform from launch?
So we did a private beta launch earlier this year, a couple of months ago, and we have about 120 beta users that we've been working with, and we're working towards a public beta launch in the next month or so, potentially considering TechCrunch, which is coming up second week of September as an event to leverage for kind of going live.
Can you put your team slide up again, please?
I sure can.
Thanks. Just wanted to see it.
Yeah, we are judging you on those, so we kind of have to see them.
Have any of y'all worked together before?
No, we have not.
So tell us more about how you're going to get to 1.2 million. Yes, I'm asking that question in the question section.
So
you blew by all that pretty quick. So
yes.
I know you're in private beta, but how are you going to get in front of Google and Amazon and what people are already using?
So our two initial revenue strategies around, one is affiliate commission. So we're trying to provide an end-to-end process. Today you say, hey, I'm looking for a camera. You should be able to go to Iuezit, kind of do all of your research, and when the last
But
step...
I don't know what Iuezit is. How am I going to find out?
Okay, so even the... I thought you were asking about just the revenue piece. So there's a built-in social aspect to our site, which is one of the primary driving factors for growth for us. So a lot of it, it's being planned around organic growth, where the design of the site is such that you would experience that, if I connect with more of my friends, then I'm going to see more information that I want to know, that I need to know, and sort of provide an incentive for you to want to connect with your Facebook friends, etc. So there's a heavy emphasis on organic growth, just based on how we're designing the site.
I developed an app like that a few years ago. I'd be happy to talk to you about it later.
Would love to. Thank you.
Is anyone else doing review aggregation like this now? Or
there's a handful of companies doing something similar. Google Shopping is a form of aggregation. It's a different model. It's a very different user experience, that's for sure. I don't know how many people sitting here have actually started their research and ended their research on Google Shopping and bought a product. But it's a lot of people rely on it, but it's not that popular at all. They also have turned into, they used to be an aggregator. Now companies have to pay and they provide their information to Google Shopping. Google is not going out there and aggregating information.
Hey, how is this better than CNET?
So CNET is one of many expert review sites that people go to. PC Mag, TechRadar, The Verge, etc. And what we're doing, the experience we're going for is that, let's say you're researching an iPhone 6s. Instead of having to go to each one of these individual sites, you basically get this big picture view on Iuezit that here's a snapshot, here's a snippet of what all the experts are saying. CNET, here's their score. Most of these guys have like 10-page articles on their site, but they also have like a brief summary. So right now we're just pulling in the brief summary. We're saying, hey, how can someone spend 2 minutes doing research and kind of understand a big picture view without having to read 10 articles on 10 different sites.
Without saying proprietary data algorithm, can you tell me how you reduce fake reviews?
How do we reduce fake reviews? That's our initial focus was on just the aggregation piece, just cleaning up data. One of the challenges right now is you take something like a cell phone, an iPhone 6, whichever phone. On Best Buy, you have 32 different flavors of the phone that you see when you're shopping for it. Different carriers, different color, internal memory. If you're on Amazon, it's even a more chaotic experience. And we're doing that cleanup where on our site you would see one page for an iPhone 6 that links to 200 product pages across 20 different sites. So that's the way we're doing that is now most of these sites also have some sort of notification or indication that this is a confirmed review. So we're using that information also to filter out information that isn't confirmed on other sites.
On your revenue slide, you had said that you plan on 2% conversion over to your premium paid product. Where did you come up with the 2%?
We used just, for that piece, industry standards. If you look at most of the companies out there who have this sort of a model, someone like LinkedIn, for example, is generally like 1 to 2% of their user base that has signed up for the premium experience.
Are the reviews just for physical products, or are you reviewing digital products as well?
Right now on our roadmap, we're starting with consumer electronics. The main ones: cell phones, tablets, laptops, smartwatches, wearables, etc. And then we have a roadmap to expand categories.